Hi guys, welcome back to the desktop with this week's Retro RPG. And this week I would like to present this. It's kind of large, so I've got to position it very carefully. The Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 2nd Edition Forgotten Realms box set from Menzoberranzan. The famed city of the Drow revealed at last. This came out in 1992. In the early 90s, there was a mad rush of Drow products because they'd just become so popular. R A Salvatore had released his Drizzt series of books, the Icewind Dale ones, with the hero of Drizzt, a Drow Ranger. And they were so well written and such good books that it led to an absolute fad of interest in the Drow. And this was just part of it. The city where his prequel trilogy of books was set. The origin of Drizzt. Let's flip over and have a look at the back cover then. So, Menzoberranzan, home of Drizzt and the famed city of the Drow of the Underdark. Well, that's kind of true. It's supposed to be one of the smaller cities, according to the books. Drizzt wasn't supposed to be from their main city, their capital city, even their largest city. It was just supposed to be a minor city. It's supposed to be the unimportance of his birth was part of his character. Ruled by the feared and respective houses and the matron mothers, Menzoberranzan is a place of great nobility and great treachery. The priestesses of Lolth, the Spider Queen, demand and receive complete respect from the citizens of this mighty city. But what of the common folk, the Drow of non-noble birth, the humans and others? What is their lot in life, in this magnificent den of intrigue? 3 books in this box set explain the ways of Menzoberranzan in detail. I was doing so well up to there. I knew I'd trip over it at some point. Book 1, The City, gives the reader a tour of the streets and districts, a wealth of information on various practices and customs, and an overview of daily life for each class of citizen and non-citizen. Book 2, The Houses, presents all 18 major and minor houses of the city, including matron mothers and their immediate families, as well as any important advisors and associates. Book 3, The Adventure, gives player a chance to take their characters into the web of deceit and intrigue woven by the denizens of this famed city. Additionally, this box set includes 4 connecting poster-sized maps of the city proper, 1 poster map of the House Bienray compound, a poster showing the rivalries and alliances amongst all 18 major and minor houses, a 16-page House Do'Urden retrospective and the collected essays of Drizzt, 12 card sheets including in-depth statistics on the main characters from House Nerbonis and Milithor, and small maps for use in the adventure, and a full-colour poster of the stunning box cover art by Jeff Easley. And it is very nice. Lovely purple box here. But let's crack it open and see. So we've got the retrospective, which is just printed out. Black and white. The headings are in purple. We'll come back to that. Book 1, The City, which is quite major. We've got around 100 pages there. The Houses, which is a little skimpier at 64 pages. The Adventure, well, it's going to be skimpier still. 64 pages as well. House Milithor Dwelling. Battle Maze 2. Battle Maze 1. Okay, I will not even attempt to pronounce those names. Very nice character sheets. Narcelia Milithor. Marcarus Milithor. Daryl Crontain. He doesn't look happy. Quertus Milithor. We're getting onto the fetishistic side of the Drow. All the women seem to wear bikinis. Matron Mother Quillis Milithor. Nice hat. Tyrellian Milithor. Carcelian Milithor. Some other characters. We've got the poster, which, as it was said, is just really the cover of the box. Got some big fold out maps, each one representing a quarter of the city. What we've got here. Oh, the web, so showing which houses are allied with which. It seems a bit large for something so unimportant. Another map of another part of the city, folding out to massive size. It's another map. At least they can go swimming. Another map, laying out how the city is divided. House Bienray. So unfold all this. See, sort of a map, but off an aspect map. So showing how all the buildings are built into stalagmites and stalactites. Mites go up, tights go down. I think I remember that right. A magical fence around it all. And the gubbins in the bottom of the box. We've got a $4.95 offer for getting internet access with Genie. Set up your communication software for half duplex at 300, 1200 or 2400 board. Got a TSR customer response card and their 1992 fall winter catalogue, including the Dragon Quest game, introducing that, Dungeons and Dragons, the Poor Wizard's Almanac. What have we got here? Dark Sun. The Dark Sun box set, Ravenloft, even the Shattered Lands computer game, one of the gold box set, one I've never played, the complete handbook of Elves, got some Dragonlance, we've got the Forgotten Realms novels there, and the games. And we're on to Spelljammer, Gamma World, and Buck Rogers. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I got interrupted by a knock at the door to take a parcel for next door. Okay, we were on this, and I think we'd gone through that. We'd gone through Buck Rogers, the Marvel superhero stuff, even Greyhawk, just so many settings. And the back cover, we've got Dragon Magazine, Dungeon Magazine, and Amazing Stories. But let's get back to the books. Oh, I'm breathing heavily. I'm not designed for running up and down stairs these days. So we've got the retrospective from the Seeds of Chaos. It details House Do'Urden, the characters of it, basically just giving us information from the books. And the collected essays, which I imagine are taken, yep, they're taken from the various Drizzt novels, the first ones which were set in Menzoberranzan. So we've got Homeland, Exile, and Sojourn. Sojourn is how I'm going to pronounce it. Oh, and we've got the Legacy as well there. We've got the book on the city, which mainly is going to be detailing places. Drow Cities of the Underdark. Detailing how it's laid out. Narbondel is a large pillar in the centre of the city, one of the stalactites, which they cast magic on, and as the glow works its way from the tip down, that's their timing of clock. so they can just look at this pillar and see what time of day it is, which in a sunless world in the cavern under the ground is required. The streets, Drow Justice. There's a lot of text in here, a few pictures, nothing fantastically evocative here. Merchants, neighborhoods. I'm really going to skip through this as there's not much money lending. Yeah, we really want to know about the banking of the Drow. Special occasions, what the future may hold. The Mage Lords, magic, so there's extra spells in there. Which is kind of right. I haven't really gone into the Drow. If you don't know, they're the Dark Elves. In the Forgotten Realms setting, they live deep underground. There's Underdark magic, so the Drow magic and everything they works very differently to the surface. So they're extremely powerful in their own domain, but they come to the surface and not only are they blinded by the sun, but their magics don't work right. But this sort of details the magic which is special to them here. Special spells, and some creatures. Cloaker Lord, Subterranean Lizard, Riding Lizard, because there's no horses, they use lizards. We've got the houses, which we'll just detail them all. Bienray, Barrison de Larmgo, Alobdra, the Minor Houses, and the Brigand Earth, which is like their mercenary corps. Yeah, it's just detailing out the different people. His magical cyberarm. Yeah, it just kind of details the people and the layouts of the places. Do we have much on the Brigand Earth? We literally have 2 pages on the Brigand Earth, and most of that's on Jarl Axel, who has gone on to feature in many campaigns since, although I don't think he's that interesting a character. And we've got an adventure, taking players into it. Now, as I said, the Drow went through their very interesting phase because some really good books were written about one Drow. Amazing what an author of the skill of Salvatore can do with a setting. But realistically speaking, they're nothing too special. They're Dark Elves. I heard them described recently as emo elves, but they're not. They're more bondage elves. The women wander around in swimsuits and carry whips. All the men are subjugated beneath the women. It's like a fetishist wet dream. And that's it. The box set's quite interesting. I will put everything back in as we finish off. Nice shiny gold leaf on the cover there. It's quite interesting setting. It's decent if you want an adventure, but really, did we need a minor city detailed out? Surely anybody who's that much of a fan of the novels and wants to set an adventure in Menzoberranzan would have read the books and been able to do it themselves. I would have much preferred them to have gone off and laid out a completely different Drow city. Maybe one of the more minor ones, or a minor frontier settlement or something like that, to show the Drow in a bit of a different light. How would a Drow settlement nearer the surface manage, where they're away from their Underdark radiation and Underdark magics? But that's what we got. As always, thank you very, very much for watching. I'm sorry for the interruption in the middle of that. We'll see how that edits together. Please like and subscribe if you like what I'm doing, even if I'm getting interrupted. But most of all, you look after yourselves, and I'll catch you later. Bye.